I got 100. I got 175 SR. All right, boys. I'll be back in like 35, 40 minutes. I'll do it pretty quick. So. All right, gentlemen. I'm just gonna deafen up real quick. What's going on, team? What's going on, team? Welcome to tonight's isolation session for January 28th, 2025. Hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you guys had a great trading day. Personally, for us this morning, we took a little dub, right, on EA. Price didn't end up moving more, right? We had little exhaustion candles in this trade, but it's all good. Again, we understand EA is not really a New York session trade or a New York session pair. It is more of a Asia session, London session pair. So we'll speak about it. We'll talk about the entry. We'll talk about where we got out, why we got out, and yeah, we'll give everybody another couple minutes here since I started the stream a little bit late. I'll give everybody 3 minutes. So at 7:08 we'll get started. The pairs we're gonna be going over today are the pairs that we always go over, the ones you see on the right hand side with the red flag next to their name. Starting off with AU, finishing off with US oil. We'll be going over AU, EA, EU, ECAD. GA, GCAD, GJ, GU, US30, USDCAD, USD ZAR, gold, Bitcoin, and oil. But if you guys have any questions about any other pair, whether or not they're on our list, let me know. Again, isolation session is gonna be pretty quick. I'm not gonna take too much of you guys' time, especially since I started late. I know you guys like to watch the recording before the session in the morning, so I'll make sure to do this quick so you guys can have the time to watch it and get your charts ready before the NYC Open. As always, we're gonna go over the daily time frame, talk about the market makers pattern, where we're at, what we're looking for, go to the 4-hour time frame, locate our 4-hour highs, 4 hours lows, see if we have any continuations, and we'll look at our 30-minute time frame, 30-minute highs, 30-minute lows, and look for any continuations that we might have for tomorrow's trading session. As always, make sure you guys join the Discord. Everything we do here is completely free. We do free one-on-one sessions. We do these free daily live streams Monday through Thursday, the isolation session from 7 to 8 p.m., the free trading session in the mornings from 6 to 10 a.m., and the weekly market breakdown on Sunday. So make sure you guys join our Discord. I will post a link to our Discord in the chat momentarily. Let me copy and paste the link and have that in the chat for you guys. So make sure you guys take advantage, join the stream, join the Discord, learn a little bit, and start taking some trades, guys. So first and foremost, a lot of these pairs are shaping up to be really good for the rest of this month, pretty much for all of next month, because we're already at the end of this one. So yeah, we'll give everybody another couple minutes here to join, and then we'll get started. Any questions, again, just let me know. All right, let's get started, guys. So let me test the audio, make sure we're good. Testing, 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 testing. All right, let's get started, guys. Perfect. All right, so AU, we know we are in A2. We're looking for that level 3 push down to the bottom. We know we were looking for a break of structure below our daily zones. We didn't get a break. We got a little testing candle, and price started uptrending, gave us a change of character, break of structure to the top side. We know we still have these gaps at the top of the market, so we know that that's what we're looking for. Right, the pullback that I'm expecting AU to give us before we continue the downtrend push is going to be all the way to the top side. However, right, that's still far to come. We still have a lot of structure to break to continue that climb. So right now, let's just focus on what's going on right now. So we know that we have 2 weeks of counter rise, right? We had a gap that opened up the week, resets the trend. So technically speaking, could price continue to push down to the bottom? Of course, right? Right now in the 30-minute time frame, if we go down to the 30-minute time frame, we know we had a little change of character, higher high to the top side, never got the break of structure. So right now, again, this downtrend push could continue to go down. We have 2 days of drop, which is perfect. We had a little break below the 800 EMA, which is again also really good. Right, so let's go back real quick. Do we have any engulfing candles on the 4 hour? Nothing on the 4. In the 1 hour, nothing in the 1. We have a little slight engulfing candle here in the 1 hour, but that's too high for right now. Right, we could potentially use this as a flip zone, especially with that gap that's going to be filled. If price breaks above this zone and it gives us a nice break, then we could potentially use this for a flip zone and then continue to see price push to the push up to the top side. Right, so we have the 1 hour engulfing, 30-minute. Let's take a look. 30-minute, don't have an engulfing. We have a small engulfing candle here that was already pretty much used, right? This was given at last night at 8 p.m., right? But we could see that price already gave us STP at that time, right? Price continued to go down, and right now we don't have any other engulfing candles to use. So right now we're just gonna be take a seat back on AU, right? This one could potentially again still be a good one based on the fact that we have a 372. However, these gaps in the market are the only thing that turned me off from wanting to trade AU. Is the only thing turning me off from AU. Right, however, we have a 372, right, with the trend, so we'll continue to monitor AU. We'll go on to the next one. We already know that AU right now is one of those pairs that we're going to keep an eye on for tomorrow. EA in the daily time frame. EA, we are in V2, looking for that third and final push to the top side. Right now, we have no continuations in the monthly time frame, daily time frame. 4 hour time frame, we have a week of rise. We were also in a zone of consolidation. We finally broke above our zone of consolidation, and now we're looking for that retest, right, which is what we were looking for today, right? We know we had a 372. We know we had a change of character, right? After the change of character, we know we had the break of structure, and we have the retest, and price continued. However, it did not clear our 372. So just to speak about the entry was on the 5-minute time frame, was on the retest, was a beautiful re-entry test, right? And then once we started seeing that price in the internal time frame started giving us higher high, higher low, boom, gave us a lower low, change of character, lower high, this is when I got out of the trade, right? Once I started seeing these spikes, once I started seeing these wicks just give us these exhaustion candles, that's when I got out of the trade, and then price obviously went right back down to the bottom. So that was pretty much it. It was a pretty small trade on EA, not usually what I like to take, but that's why, you know, I'm always super strict with my rules, right? However, that one rule that wasn't being followed today that I said, you know what, let's go ahead and just take the trade, was the fact that we were babysitting the trade, right? The fact that we had to babysit the trade, that is exactly why I do not like to trade pairs that are out of their sessions. If I'm trading EA, I want to trade that during London Asia session. If I'm trading, let's see another one, GBPAUD, if I'm trading GBPJPY, right? Those are trades that I like to look at during Asia session, London session. I usually do not trade Asia or London session, so it's very rare for me to take that trade. However, if there's something that looks picture perfect, of course I'm taking it, right? So right now, we're still good. We're still trading between that 30-minute break of structure, higher low and higher high. And right now, price is just still sitting in this area. Could price continue to climb to the top side? Of course. But at this point, I am looking for price to give me a steeper pullback. And that pullback, I really am looking at it in, what time frame was it? The 4 hour, right? I am looking for a steeper pullback in the 4 hour time frame. So if we could get that pullback, then perfect. If not, then again, we'll just have to be patient. Once again, wait for another change of character, break of structure to happen in the lower time frames, and then start taking those trades. So right now for EA is definitely one on my list that I'm keeping an eye on, but not really expecting too much out of it for now. Again, guys, any questions, let me know. Just gonna go through these really quickly. Again, everything we're saying now is the same thing we said yesterday, is the same thing that we said on Sunday, is the same thing we said on Friday, same thing we said on Thursday, right? Trading really is just the same thing over and over again. It really is just rinse and repeat, and it really is just about whether you're following your rules or not. If you follow your rules, you're gonna win. If you don't follow your rules, you're gonna be having a very, very hard time taking trades, right? So give me 1 second. I completely forgot I had the stream on still, but it's all good. I don't need that right now. They can wait. So for EU, we're in V1. We're in the first zone of consolidation, looking for that second push to the top side. We're at the bottom of the zone of consolidation, which is perfect, right? Price is still giving us lower lows and lower highs. So at this moment, what are we looking for? Change of characters, break of structures to then continue to take a trade, right? In the 4 hour, we had lower low, lower high, lower low, boom, change of character. Perfect. What are we looking for after the change of character? We're looking for the break of structure. Right, we also know we have a 1 hour engulfing candle here at the bottom. This is where I am expecting price to kind of pull back down to and give us a nice little entry. However, it doesn't have to do it, right? So we'll be looking at EU the same way we saw AU. I'm looking for the change of character, break of structure to happen on the lower time frame, right? And on the 30 minute, we're trading higher high, higher low, higher high, and then price went down and gave us a little change of character, lower low. We had 3 days of rise. After 3 days of rise, we know the market's going to go down or move sideways, and we move down, right? So right now the trend has reset. We're going to definitely keep an eye on EU as well. EU is one of those pairs on my list that I'm very, very excited for. Very excited for EU, right? But right now, we just got to be patient. We got to wait for these internal time frame shifts to happen. We got to wait for these change of character, break of structures to happen. We know we have lower low, lower high, lower low, and we're still trading between this lower high and this lower low. So once we get the change of character, once we get the break of structure, that's when I'll start looking to take a trade for EU. Going on to ECAD. ECAD daily time frame. We are in V1, right? We're in the first zone of consolidation, looking for that break of structure to happen before we look for entries. We also know that this is very similar to AU, just opposite, right? We have a gap here at the bottom of the market that I am expecting price to come down and fill. But just like I've been explaining for the last couple of weeks, right? We're either going to get a break and then the retest will get a steep retest to then continue, or we're just going to get price to reject these highs, go down, fill this gap, and then we'll start getting that push back to the top side. These are the only two things that I'm looking for on ECAD, right? Till then, I'm not really looking for any trades. I'll be super patient unless we get something simple like a 372, or if we get 2 weeks of rise looking for a third week like we did this week, right? As you can see, we had 2 weeks of rise, this week being the third week. We're expecting price to give us that third push to the top side. Now at this point, the fact that price already gave us that third push, I'm not really looking for price to continue that push to the top side. Right, I am expecting a steeper pullback to happen, and in the 30-minute time frame, you can see that price started that downtrend push. We had higher high, higher low, higher high. Price went down and gave us a change of character, lower low. So we know that we're now trading between this 30-minute higher high and this 30-minute lower low over here. Right, very similar to the other pairs. We had multiple days where price was just pushing to the top side, and we finally got that day of drop. So again, ECAD is definitely going to be one on my watch list to keep a close eye on. We don't have any engulfing candles to really work with at this point. So we just got to be patient. And again, wait for the same thing that we've been waiting for every single trade. We got to wait for the change of character, break of structure to happen, and then we start looking to take those trades. GA, we are in V2. We're looking for that third push to the top side. We had the break of structure above our zone of consolidation, right? We had the BOS in the internal consolidation that we had in the 4 hour time frame. Got the retest. Now we're looking for price to continue the push to the top side. And again, what are we looking for? Change of characters and break of structures to happen. We had a week of rise last week, this week, expecting that second push. If we could get the second push with a pullback, then we know next week we'll continue to look for a trade on GA. Right now, no engulfing candles in the 4 hour, nothing in the daily. In the 1 hour time frame, no engulfing candles. In the 30-minute, we have 3 days of rise. After 3 days of rise, right, we're looking for price to go down or move sideways. So now let's look. Today we ended up getting another push to the top side, but let's look at the reasons why. Remember, gaps reset the trend. So on the first day it was clean, second day was clean. On the third day, which was yesterday, price opened with a gap in the market, reset the trend, and price ended up going back up to the top side. Right, so right now we also know that we had a little change of character, break of structure, and we've yet to get a pullback. Price just continued to climb to the top side. So at this moment, I'm not really expecting such a steep pullback. This could potentially just give us a little 38.2, 23.6, 38.2 pullback, right? A little retracement to then continue, right? So if we use our fib, I'll be using my fib from down here to up here. And if I'm looking at my 23.6, right, it's also in alignment with the 50 EMA, which is where we're looking for price to bounce off on. So right now we're looking good on GA, right? GA should be a good trade to take once we get that pullback. Without that pullback, I won't be taking any trades on GA. So right now, just got to sit on our hands and wait for the pullback to happen to then start looking to take trades. But it's looking good. GCAD, we are in level 2, right? We broke above our first zone of consolidation, had a retest, and continued that push to the top side. And right now, price is just kind of consolidating, moving sideways at these highs, right? No continuations in the monthly, in the daily time frame. Sorry, in the 4-hour, we have a week of rise last week. This week, price is still just kind of moving sideways up here, right? But if we could get a second push, a second week push this week, then we know next week we'll continue to look for that uptrend push, and that's exactly what we're looking for. And on the 30-minute time frame, very similar to GA, we had a change of character, we had a break of structure, but we've yet to get a pullback, right? After price gave us the break of structure, price has just been moving sideways, right? So very similar to GA, I'm not expecting such a steep pullback. This pullback could just be between that 23.6 and 38.2. Once we get a pullback, we'll start looking for trades, right? I also want to see, do we have any engulfing candles? Oh, I see one in the 30 maybe. Nothing in the 4, nothing in the 1. And on the 30-minute, price gave us, nope, not an engulfing candle. So no engulfing candles in the 30-minute time frame either. Just got to be a little patient with this one. And again, this is how the market makers are trapping traders, right? If you're trading this and you think this is a break of structure, right, you're most likely taking this trade to go back short, and you can see that price went right back to the top side, hit your stop losses, right? So we're going to be patient, right? We know that these are the two zones that we want to see price break. Either price to break these highs, right, to continue, or we're going to see price break these lows to continue going short, right? So right now we just got to be patient with GCAD, very similar to GA, where we just got to be patient, wait for price to break lows or break highs to then understand, okay, is price going to give us a pullback to continue, or is price going to give us the break of structure retest to continue, right? So GCAD, just going to be patient. We already have those two zones marked up. We know exactly what we want to see. GJ in the daily time frame, right? We're still in an uptrend. We're still pushing this higher high, higher low, right? In the 4-hour time frame, we know that we're stuck in this little zone of consolidation, which we'll see it here in the 4-hour, right? We also know that we have a week of rise last week. This week, if price gives us that second push to the top side, then we know we could continue that push, right? We want to be careful with this gap in the market. Again, it resets the trend, so that second week of rise might not be too effective. However, again, following market structure, what do we want to see? We want to see the change of character. We want to see the break of structure, right? We ended up getting in the 30-minute time frame, we had a little change of character, right? Higher high, higher low, break of structure, and price has just been tapping these lows and rejecting these highs at the same time. So right now, just got to be a little patient. No continuations. We have a day of rise, which is good. No engulfing candles in the 30. Let's look at the 1-hour. No engulfing candles in the 1-hour. And on the 4-hour, no engulfing candles in the 4-hour either. So just got to be patient with GJ. Wait for these highs to be broken. Wait for lows to be broken to know if price wants to give us a steeper pullback, or if price wants to break pretty much these highs, right? Then I'll be looking for price to break and retest, or for price to break and retest. All right, so GJ gonna be patient, gonna sit on our hands a little bit. We'll wait for the confirmations. Once we wait for these confirmations, it'll be 100% easier to trade than whatever is going on right now in the market, right? And on the 5-minute time frame, well, the 1 minute, let's look. Lower low, lower high, lower low, change of character, higher high, higher low, break of structure, right? Higher high, higher low, retest, and we continued. So this trade during Asia session, London session was pretty good, or pretty much Asia session, right? And then price went right back down and gave you a little lower low, right? So we just got to be a little patient with GJ, wait this one out, and then start attacking when we got our confirmations. That's pretty much it for GJ. GU, 3 days of rise. After 3 days of rise, we know the market's going to go down or move sideways, and we ended up going down. Got a little pullback, right? We also know that we're trading between higher high, higher low, higher high, and price went down and gave us a little change of character, lower low. So we know that we're trading between this 30-minute high and these 30-minute lows down here. Should use another one. We're just gonna take a step back and wait it out. US30, the dirty 30, dirty 30. Daily time frame, we're still higher highs and higher lows, right? At one point, or I'm sorry, this is the 4 hour, right? Daily time frame, higher high, higher low, higher high. Price went down, retested our higher low, and then just flew, right? It flew. Never really gave us a retest. Price just is flying, right? We have 2 weeks of rise. This week being the 3rd week, you can see that price continuing that push to the top side. We also have a little 4 hour flip zone, a little 4 hour engulfing candle that price today tapped into, retested, and then just continued that push to the top side, right? And on the 30-minute time frame, we have higher high, higher low, and we know we're trading between. All right, real quick, hold on, sorry, let's update the 4 hour. We're trading in this 4 hour high. In the 30-minute, we're trading between this higher high over here, right, and this higher low, right? Could we say higher high, higher low, higher high? We can. We had a break of structure happen up here. We're trading between this 30-minute low and these 30-minute highs. We know we have 2 days of rise. Could we look for a 372 on US30? Could be a potential. Alright, so right now AU and US30 are the ones that have 372s. These are going to be the easiest trades to get into. Have any other engulfing candles that we could use? Nothing on the 4, nothing on the 1, nothing on the 30. So we'll see what price wants to do at these highs. US30, gonna see what price wants to do later in the morning. What's good, Albert? Good evening, my brother. Oh man, any questions, guys, so far? Let me know. Again, this is gonna be a really quick session. Not gonna take too much time from you guys. Again, I know I had a few messages today telling me that they're not gonna be able to make the class. They're gonna watch the recording, so gonna try to make this between 30 to 40 minutes, so it shouldn't really be that long. And we're almost done too. We're only missing 4 more pairs. These last couple of pairs go by pretty quick. So again, any questions, let me know. Any pairs you guys want me to go over and update and talk about, give you guys my examples or my opinions on what price is gonna do, just let me know. If not, we'll just get through these that we're missing, and we'll be done for the night, and we'll be back again tomorrow morning for the live trading session. Any questions at all, let me know. No questions, we'll get straight back into it. So USDCAD, we know that we are in V2. We're looking for that 3rd and final push to the top side. We know we have 3 months of rise. After 3 months of rise again, the next month, which is this month, we're looking for prices to move sideways, exactly what we're seeing right now, or go down. We also know that in the 4 hour time frame, we're stuck in a little zone of consolidation. So again, what am I looking for? I'm either looking for a break above to continue, or I'm looking for price to break below and give us a pullback, right? So right now, nothing on the 4 hour, and on the 30-minute time frame, no continuations. We had a day of no net yesterday, and today we have a little day of rise. So gonna be patient with USDCAD, gonna wait for our confirmations, and then we'll start trading this once we get out of this zone of consolidation. USD ZAR, very, very similar. We are in V2. We know that USD ZAR is one of those pairs that has a gap at the bottom of the market, right, in the zone of consolidation. We'll see that in the daily, right? Again, daily time frame, we're in V2. We're in the 2nd zone of consolidation, looking for that 3rd and final push to the top side. And very similar to what we were talking about on that pair earlier that has a gap, right? We're either looking for price after 3 months of rise. We know that this month price is going to move sideways or go down, and you can see that we're pushing down to the bottom. But for this pair, I'm either looking for price to give us a steep pullback to fill this gap up to continue, or we'll be looking for a break above the highs to then give us a pullback to then continue back up to the top side, right? And on the 4 hour time frame, no continuations. We have 2 weeks of counter drop, this week being the 3rd week, right? Again, it's counter. I'm not expecting price to go low, but it definitely can, right? We have no engulfing candles at the top, no engulfing candles at the bottom. So right now, just going to be patient with USD ZAR. Again, I'm not going to be trading this until we fill that gap up. Once we fill that gap up, that's when I'll start taking a trade. Did you take a trade today? Couldn't watch the trading session. Was that work? Yeah, we did. We took Euro AUD. We took EA this morning. I could go over that again real quick. Doesn't matter. So it's pretty much just talking about the entry, right? We had a little. Well, first and foremost, right? Before we even took the trade, we acknowledged the fact that EA, right, again, is not a pair to really be watching during the NYC session, right? EA is a Asia session, London session. Oh shit. There you go. It gave us that 372 that we were looking for. We have news today or what? We have news 7:30 AUD news. Yeah, there you go. So this is exactly what happened, right? If I would have seen the news this morning, I would have had a little bit of a better outlook as to why price is just moving sideways. But there you go, right? With that news, we already knew that price was going to move slow as well. So yeah, we took this trade. I got out in the 5-minute time frame once I started seeing that price was rejecting highs and just moving super slow, right? Price, as soon as I saw that in the 1-minute time frame, we had a lower low change of character, lower high, and price started giving us these exhaustion candles at the top side. This is where I got out of the trade. But you know, obviously now that we know we had news, you know, definitely could have held this position a little bit longer, but it's throughout the session. The spreads would have been crazy, the commission would have been crazy. So no front, right? It's all good. Right, EA already gave us STP for the day with that news. Let's actually take a look at these AUD pairs real quick. We're looking for a 372 on AU and gave us a 372. Right, it's a beautiful trade. Right, so AU's already done for the day as well. Right, let's look at these other pairs real quick. Start from the top to the bottom with AUD pairs. GA, we're looking for price to go up. Right, beautiful move. Already gave us STP for the day. And that's pretty much it with the AUD pairs. Right, so you can see exactly, literally everything we're talking about is not even in hindsight, right? This is happening live action right here on the Vice Trading Academy YouTube channel. Right, so let's look at gold. Right, gold, we had a day of drop today. Price gave us a day of rise. We're in these engulfing candles. We'd love to see what price wants to do in these zones. Right, again, we're either going to look for price to respect these engulfing candles and then start the downtrend push, or we're going to see price just break above, use them as a flip zone to then continue the push to the top side. So gold is definitely going to be one on my watch list to keep a close, very close eye on. Bitcoin, we are in V2. We're in the second zone, or we are in peak high actually. We're in peak high territory with gold, or sorry, with Bitcoin. We know that at these highs, this is where price is just testing highs and testing lows. We're just kind of moving sideways here. We have no continuations, no engulfing candles. So right now, again, just gonna be patient with Bitcoin before really looking to take trades. Price gave us a day of drop. Then last but not least, guys, oil. Again, let me know if you guys have any questions, any pairs you guys want me to go over. Let me know. But oil daily time frame, we know we're in A1. We're in the first zone of consolidation, looking for that second push to the bottom. Again, this is where price was rejecting lows and rejecting highs the entire time. We rejected the lows again, started the push to the top side. We have a month of rise, right, counter going against the trend. In the 4-hour time frame, we have a week of drop, right? So right now we have no other engulfing candles, nothing on the daily, nothing on the 4, right? And on the 30-minute, we know that price is still giving us lower lows and lower highs, right? So we're going to continue to trade the trend on this one, see what price wants to do. Could price, again, just now, could this just be a complete pullback, this downtrend? Could this just be a pullback for here for the 4-hour time frame? It definitely can be, right? The fact that price never broke these lows and price just gave us a wick, right, a testing candle, this could be the area where price is now going to start pushing back to the top side. So before I start taking trades on US oil, I would love to see price give us this break. Once we get this break, that's when I'll start looking and liking to take a trade. Till then, we pretty much just got to be patient. So we already know AU for the 372 that we were looking for. Obviously, price already started going down, already gave us STP for the day, so that's not going to work out for us. The only other trade that looks kind of picture perfect, you know, we'll keep a close eye on EU. We'll continue to monitor ECAD as well. GCAD, GJ, GU, really just waiting for price to get out of their zones of consolidation. You know, especially EU and GU. And then US30 also has a little 372. We'd love to get a steeper pullback on this one to continue the push. But the fact that at this point we're having this 372 at the top of the daily high, at the top of the 4-hour high, at the top of the 30-minute high. Again, the fact that we're at a higher high, I don't really like trading when we're at a higher high. I would love to just wait for price to break and then we'll get in here to retest to continue. Because at this point, price could always reject these highs and start that downtrend push back down to the bottom. Right, so gonna be very patient with these trades going into tomorrow. And that's pretty much it, guys. USDCAD is still consolidating. USDZAR still has that gap at the bottom of the market. We still have a change of character. We still gotta wait for the break of structure. Gold, we're sitting at these engulfing candles, so just gonna be super patient with this trade as well. And that's pretty much it, guys. We don't really have anything else for today or for tonight. Did I just see an engulfing candle on 30 minute? We do have a slight engulfing candle here, but I don't like it. That green doji candle throws me off. If this green candle would have had a better body instead of a wick, this would have been a very nice engulfing candle. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna mark this one up anyway, and we'll monitor Bitcoin here on the 30-minute time frame. This one should be a pretty good engulfing candle, I'm not gonna lie. Any other questions, guys? Anything else? Anything you guys want me to look over? Any other pairs you guys want me to talk about? Let me know. If not, that's pretty much it. That's the session for tonight. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for the live trading session. You guys are good? No questions? Alright. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Peace out, team.